On the news this morning, FCT Minister Wike defends role in Uche Seconda's removal as PDP chair. Orphanage laments Boxing Day charity decline amid economic challenges. INEC contemplates destroying millions of uncollected PVCs. On the foreign scene, Israeli airstrike hits Yemen's Sana'a airport during WHO chief's visit. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. I am Ifeemi Andrew. We begin the news this Friday morning with the former Rivers State Governor and current FCT Minister Nyesom Wike as he defends his role in the removal of Uche Secondus as the national chairman of the PDP. The minister spoke during the Auda East-West PDP end-of-year Thanksgiving in the Ochigba community in Auda East local government area. He also said Mr. Secondus was among those who were opposed to the governorship candidacy of Governor Siminalayi Fubara in 2023.
I heard Secondus said the other day in Bori that his enemies. Now, who are the enemies of the governor? If God did not use us to say he'll be governor, would all these statements come? Secondus that refused him to be governor. I kicked out Secondus as chairman of the party when he wanted to make his cousin Telekuru to be governor. Today, he is saying now, we are enemies. He has now become the governor's friend. We have now become enemies. To God be the glory.
The FCT minister also criticized some traditional rulers and clergymen for their comments against the administration, despite the support his government extended to them. He, however, stated that no amount of blackmail would stop him from contributing positively to the development of the state.
I thank all of you. You've done well. Keep it up. And no temptation comes. Don't worry. You will overcome. Don't bother about hungry traditional rulers. Don't be only traditional rulers. What about religious people, leaders, bishops? Before I left, there's no bishop of the Anglican Communion that I did not give land. Not one. That I did not buy SUV. Not one. But immediately I left, one of them went to a popo. He was abusing me. And people called me. I said, what is your problem? How can people who don't have character come and preach the word of God to me?
In his address, former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives Chibudum Onwueche commended the FCT minister for what he called his transformational leadership in Abuja and his commitment to the development of Rivers State.
The time is going, and very soon we shall reclaim our state. Your Excellency, I want to commend the President for appointing somebody of your capacity as Minister of FCT. You have shown to Nigerians that what you did in Rivers State was not a fluke. It's your nature to transform states and cities. Wike is working further for the end of the year. We must give thanks to God. We appreciate you for the projects in Ekpe. You're somebody who creates development for the people. You know that governance is not about people or politics. It's about the masses.
Our correspondent reports that the FCT minister was accompanied by former governor of Abia State Okezie Ikpeazu, Senator Orwell Onyesu, the minority leader of the House of Representatives Kingsley Chinda, state chairman of the PDP Aaron Chukwuemeka, Rivers State representative on the management board of the NDDC Tony Okocha, and others. Moving on, the economic challenges in the country seem to have affected this year's Boxing Day activities. As you may know, Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas, isn't about the sport of boxing. It's actually a holiday for charity where people will donate to the less fortunate. But in recent times, it has evolved and is now widely seen as a time for relaxation, shopping, sales, and sports, especially football matches and other festive activities. Speaking on this, the director of Our Lady Mother of Perpetual Help Charisma Orphanage, Reverend Sister Ngozi Obi, tells correspondent Emeka Otuka that there was a drop in support for the orphanage on Boxing Day. She expressed concern over the decline in charitable acts, linking it to the current economic hardship.
This year is tough, very, very tough. Like previous years, you see people coming with bags of rice, tomato, ingredients. Like other years, like today, 26th of December. By now, it might have stopped to 5, 8, 10. But the motor that are coming in is the first motor coming this month. So the difference is clear. Because of the economy of the country, it's very hard. People don't have food to eat. Talk about giving us. Then we trust in God.
The Reverend Sister also expressed gratitude to those who, despite the tough times, still visit and support those in need.
People are trying. What you have, you give. They're still making effort to see that they reach out. The quantities will show that Nigeria is very tough.
Recall that the federal government declared the 25th and 26th of December as public holidays to celebrate Christmas and Boxing Day. Meanwhile, banks and some offices are expected to resume this morning after a 2-day holiday, but some other business areas have closed for the year and will not be opening today until next year. Motor parks have been busy this week as more people travel ahead of the New Year celebration. In the meantime, child rights advocate Igazema Okoroba has urged families to actively check on and inquire about their children's well-being during the festive season.
The festive season is a time when families are bonding, and we believe that families have a responsibility to prevent child abandonment. So it begins with asking, when people come home, where is Nkechi, where is Tony, where is Boma, is the family complete? That family unit must first hear about what's going on with their cousins, So the family needs to first of all check. And then if there are children that you have concerns over their health or over any other issue, why did you send this child off to so-so's house? You begin to ask these questions and trace where that child is.
In another development, Go Future Volunteer Network, an NGO advocating against child abandonment, is inviting corporate organizations and stakeholders in public and social service sectors to its first charity fundraiser bowl for children's rights. The event is scheduled for today at the Golden Tulip Hotel in Port Harcourt. Dr. Okoroba is the founder, and he says the event aims to raise funds for millions of abandoned children, especially those with medical conditions.
Our goal for this event is to raise funds for the millions of children that are abandoned. We have specific cases that we are looking at. A child that is abandoned at UPTH for 17 years, and we know lots of other children that are abandoned and they have medical situations. So we're raising funds and we're calling corporate organizations, stakeholders in the public sector, in the social service sector. We're inviting them to a dinner, and in that evening we would be showing our documentary film, and hopefully we would raise enough funds to tackle some of the social issues.
The fundraiser will also include the unveiling of Dr. Okoroba's newly released book, Chipped Off, which addresses the pressing issue of child abandonment in Port Harcourt. Still to come, INEC contemplates destroying millions of uncollected PVCs. Stay tuned. The spokesperson of Elikpokodo Council of Chiefs and Elders, Eze Mekele Odu, is urging the state government to intervene urgently and prevent the forceful acquisition of their land by Mike Oyagiri. Dr. Odu alleged that Mr. Oyagiri and his company are bulldozing their land properties.
This land is behind the land which we, the people of Elikpokodo, had donated to the Rivers State government in 2005. And behind this land is the land we're talking about. The general public should be aware of this. And anybody who patronizes him going to buy that land is doing so at his own risk. We want to bring to the notice of the Rivers State government to also prevail to avoid a breakdown of law and order, because the activities of this Mike Oyagiri has come to an extent that the people can react. We never give land to him anytime, and we cannot give land to him. The land remains the land of the Elikpokodo community.
On his part, the Ojowo of Romukbaranta, Elikpokodo, Prince Sonny Okbara, said the community never sold their backyard nor contracted Mr. Oyagiri to sell their land.
Mike should take off from our land. He's using all sorts of means to grab land from our community. This land would not say to him, it's not our client. Why is he coming to great land back of where government is building their 20,000 housing estate? Let public know that the community, he did not sell land to Mike Oyagiri from Edo State. He's now in our backyard, our houses, bulldozing people's fences, bulldozing everywhere, saying that he bought land. Bought land from who? Doesn't know who sold land to him. We are waiting to the general public to tell Mike to stay away from Elikpokodo land.
When contacted, Mr. Oyagiri told our correspondent that he duly acquired the land and has valid documents, adding that he is not a land grabber. Moving on, the acting sole administrator of the Rivers State Waste Management Agency, RWAMA, Prince Ohia, has called for the promotion of indigenous talents and celebration of the rich culture of the Ogba Nation and other communities in the state. A statement by his media aide, Obed Douglas, said Mr. Ohia said this during an event organized by Swix Main and Friends in Omok, headquarters of Ogba Egbema Ndoni local government area, where a variety of indigenous artists were showcased. The statement said the event, which drew the support of Prince Ohia political associates, POPA, also highlighted the importance of cultural development in the Niger Delta region. The RWAMA boss, who announced an undisclosed amount to support local artists, said the gesture is aimed at encouraging initiatives that contribute to the cultural landscape of the state. The event was attended by several dignitaries, including the Vice Chairman of Onelga Council, Heoma Nwokocha Isidore, along with members of POPA and representatives from the Onelga Connect initiative. The chairman of Abua Udwa local government area, Vincent Ruben Obu, says there will be a meeting with all the churches in Abua Udwa today. In a statement, the chairman said the meeting will be held at the conference hall in the council secretariat by 11 a.m. It said church leaders are expected to attend with one of its members. The statement also said attendance is compulsory. INEC is contemplating a policy to withdraw and destroy permanent voter cards that remain uncollected for a decade. This recommendation was among 208 proposals arising from the Commission's review of the 2023 general elections. It followed the persistent issue of unclaimed PVCs, with over 6 million cards still uncollected as of the 2023 elections, including many issued as far back as 2015.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The head of the WHO and other UN staff were at Yemen's international airport in Sana'a on Thursday during an Israeli airstrike. In a social media post, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said he and staff were about to board a plane when the airport came under aerial bombardment. Reports say the strikes, which also hit power stations and ports, have killed at least 3 people, with more than a dozen injured. The Iran-backed rebel group described the attack as barbaric after Israel claimed responsibility for the strikes.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, you heard FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has defended his role in Uche Seconda's removal as PDP chairman. An orphanage director has lamented Boxing Day charity decline amid economic challenges. INEC is contemplating destroying millions of uncollected PVCs. On the foreign scene, an Israeli airstrike has hit Yemen's Sana'a airport during WHO chief's visit. The news was edited by Chioma Ezeanfo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0808-721-7215. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Thank you for your time. Good morning.